it's Julie. Today I want to take you on my journey to find the perfect writing instrument for me. My journey, of course, starts with school pencils like this one. Then I moved on to refillable pencils like these ones. I switched from 0.5 to 0.7 in thickness because it broke less often. I started out with these ones, which I still sometimes use, the Pilot Grip, and then when I got tendonitis in high school, I switched to Pilot's Dr. Grip pencil. I also tried using the Dr. Grip pen, but the ink really wasn't my style. It has quite a heavy ink and it doesn't really flow very well. So when I realised I could use pens all the time, I went on the search for the perfect pen. The first one I found was this one. This is the Uniball Jetstream. It's supposed to flow very well and be very smooth. It's also well known as a left-handed pen because the ink is supposed to dry really fast. The problem is it blotches a lot. So I got stains everywhere and just my writing looked horrendous. But because this was the smoothest writing experience I'd found, I continued using it for a long time. This one in black, so I switched between blue and black. Then I found this one, the bottle to pen from Pilot. It flowed very well. I liked the concept of a bottle becoming a pen, but it was a little bit sharp. So I felt like I was scratching the paper all the time. So next I found this one, the Pilot G2. This has a better grip than the bottle to pen, and it has a smooth writing experience, but it is also quite sharp, as in the tip is quite narrow, so it feels like scratching the paper sometimes. Next, actually inspired by a What's in My Bag video by Emma Watson, I bought a fountain pen. My first fountain pen was a single-use fountain pen, and it was a little bit on the scratchy side, and I really wanted something that was refillable. This is how my first refillable fountain pen writes. It's this one. It's been well worn and it now leaks. It's quite a heavy fountain pen and it has a big nib, as in it's just long, and the tip is quite big. Even though it says it's medium, it's quite large. This made for a really smooth writing experience. I changed my handwriting and just my grip and my way of writing as a result of this pen. Since I wasn't used to just using one pen for everything, I had to have a few backups. So I found a long forgotten fountain pen that I'd owned for a few years in my drawer. It was this one. It's rather scratchy and the point is quite fine. So I didn't really like writing with it that much, but I did write with it, as you can see here. Then finally I bought a Parker pen. This is a jotter. It's quite small. The nib is quite small, the pen is quite small, and after a while it felt too small to hold properly. And finally I invested in a bit of a better pen from Parker. This is a Parker IM. I buy these at WH Smith's when I'm in England. You can't really get these in Norway, and the ones that are Parker are very expensive in the shops here. I've been going through about a pen every 1.5 years because they start leaking when you put them on airplanes too much, and when you're clumsy and they fall on the ground too many times. So I think this is my third of these pens. I really like it. It's thick enough here to not cramp my hand, and it's really comfortable to write with. It has a medium nib, which makes for smooth writing. Although, as you can see in this Moleskine, it does definitely ghost on that paper. But on most papers, this is great and I will keep using it. And now to my latest acquisition. I don't think this will be an everyday pen to just write all the time, while all the others have been efforts to find the perfect pen to write everything with. This is a Lamy calligraphy pen. I bought it yesterday and it looks like this. It has a flattened nib, as you can see, and that really makes for some fun writing. I think I will have a lot of fun with this. I might even consider making this my home pen and leaving this at work. So that is my whole journey from pencils to pens and to fountain pens. I hope you enjoyed this video and I'll see you next time. Ha there!